Imagine harvesting juicy, organic, pesticide-free strawberries straight from your balcony or garden, even if you've never planted anything before. Sounds impossible? In this video, we're going to reveal how to transform small spaces into true strawberry paradises by following 8 simple and effective steps. But pay close attention. There's a common mistake many beginners make that can ruin your entire harvest. We'll share this secret at the end of the video so you can avoid this trap and ensure healthy, delicious strawberries. One of the first and most important steps for those who want to learn how to grow organic strawberries at home is to carefully choose the location where the strawberries will be grown. Although strawberry plants are adaptable, the success of organic home cultivation directly depends on selecting the most suitable environment. For those who live in houses with a backyard or garden, the ideal is to choose a place that receives 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Sunlight is essential for producing sweet and juicy fruits, and the lack of it can affect plant development and the quality of the harvest. If you're growing strawberries in apartments or spaces with limited room, you can use balconies, terraces, sunny windows, or even vertical walls with hanging pots, as long as the plants get enough sun. Besides sunlight, another essential factor when choosing a location to grow strawberries at home is air circulation. Very enclosed, humid environments with little ventilation encourage the development of fungi and diseases, such as gray mold Botrytis cinerea, which can compromise the entire production. Therefore, when deciding how to grow organic strawberries at home, it's essential to ensure a space that is both sunny and well ventilated. Remember, the ideal environment for growing organic strawberries at home combines light, air, and protection. Avoid places exposed to strong winds or cold drafts, as they can stress the plant. With a careful choice of location, you take the first and most solid step toward success on the journey of how to grow organic strawberries at home. For those starting the journey of how to grow organic strawberries at home, understanding the ideal climate is an essential step. Strawberries are temperate climate plants that thrive best in moderate, stable temperatures. Knowing how to adapt cultivation to your region's climate makes all the difference between a healthy, productive plant and a disappointing harvest. In the United States, most regions with well-defined seasons offer perfect conditions for home strawberry growing. The ideal temperature range is between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Within this range, strawberry plants can flower and fruit vigorously without suffering thermal stress. In very hot areas, such as parts of the southern U.S. during summer, it's ideal to provide some light shading during the hottest hours of the day. In regions with harsh winters, planting can be done in pots that can be protected or brought indoors near a sunny window. Another important point about how to grow organic strawberries at home is that these plants are sensitive to extreme frost and excessive heat. That's why observing your local climate behavior and choosing the right planting time is fundamental. Spring is usually the best season to start, as it offers mild temperatures and progressively longer days, perfect conditions for seedlings to adapt and grow strong. Choosing good seedlings is one of the most important pillars for those who want to learn how to grow organic strawberries at home. It's no use preparing the soil well, choosing the perfect spot, and taking care with dedication if the plants you use for planting are of poor quality. That's why before starting, it's essential to know how to identify and select healthy seedlings, preferably organic, pesticide-free, and adapted to home cultivation. The ideal seedlings for those practicing how to grow organic strawberries at home should have vibrant green leaves, without yellow, black spots, or signs of disease. Also check if the roots are moist and well-formed, dry, brittle, or foul-smelling roots indicate problems. Another important point is to ensure the plant's crown, the junction between the leaves and roots, is intact and firm, with no signs of rot. There are various strawberry varieties, and choosing the one most suitable for your home environment can greatly ease cultivation. For those living in the U.S., some ideal varieties for home growing are Albion, known for its continuous production and sweet fruits, Seascape, which adapts well to pots and planters, and Chandler, very productive in mild climates. When researching how to grow organic strawberries at home, it's important to understand that each variety has its own requirements, but all can thrive with proper care. Whenever possible, choose seedlings certified as organic, sold at trusted nurseries, agroecological fairs, or local growers. These plants are grown without pesticides and are already adapted to sustainable practices, which ensures greater natural resistance to pests and diseases. A great advantage for anyone wanting to master how to grow organic strawberries at home with safety, health, and environmental responsibility. After selecting the best seedlings, the next essential step in how to grow organic strawberries at home is to properly prepare the place where the strawberries will be planted. Whether in pots, planters, or garden beds, it's crucial to create an environment that offers support, nutrition, and adequate drainage for the full development of the plants. If you're growing in pots or containers, choose models at least 12 inches, 30 centimeters, in diameter and deep enough to accommodate the strawberry plant's root system. Make sure the bottom of the pot has drainage holes, as excess water is one of the main causes of diseases and root rot. A layer of pebbles or expanded clay at the bottom can help prevent waterlogging. On top, use a well-aerated organic substrate rich in organic matter with good moisture retention capacity, but that also allows drainage. For those with backyard or garden space who prefer to plant directly in the ground, the next step of how to grow organic strawberries at home is to prepare a raised bed. The bed should be slightly elevated above ground level to aid drainage and prevent water accumulation. The soil must be loose, fertile, and with a pH between 5.5 and 6.5, which is the ideal range for strawberries. You can enrich the soil with organic compost, worm humus, and well-rotted manure, ensuring sufficient nutrients from the start. Whether in pots or beds, it's important that the soil is free from chemical residues, pesticides, or synthetic fertilizers. With well-nourished soil and a balanced environment, you'll be even closer to confidently mastering how to grow organic strawberries at home. Now comes the most exciting part of the how to grow organic strawberries at home process, planting. This moment is crucial because proper seedling placement ensures healthy root establishment and the beginning of a promising harvest. This moment is crucial because proper seedling placement ensures healthy root establishment and the beginning of a promising harvest. Whether in pots or garden beds, it's important to follow correct guidelines so the plant doesn't suffer and can grow vigorously. The first essential care during planting is with the depth. The plant's crown, the area between the roots and the leaves, should be exactly at soil level, not buried, nor too exposed. If planted too deep, the seedling may rot. If too shallow, the roots may dry out. This detail, simple but crucial, is often overlooked by beginners in how to grow organic strawberries at home and can jeopardize cultivation success. Another key point is spacing between seedlings. To ensure good air circulation and prevent fungal diseases, it's recommended to maintain 12 to 18 inches, 30 to 45 centimeters, between each plant. This spacing is valid for both garden beds and larger pots or planters. If you're using individual pots, one strawberry plant per pot is enough, and they can be grouped in sunny spots to create a charming and productive garden. During planting, it's a good practice to add a small amount of organic compost or worm castings to the bottom of the hole or container as a way to provide nutrients right at the start of the plant's adaptation process. After placing the seedling correctly, fill in with the prepared soil or substrate, gently press around it, and water well to settle the soil. After planting, one of the most important stages begins for those learning how to grow organic strawberries at home. Regular care for the strawberry plants. This is when cultivation demands the most attention, affection, and observation. With proper care, your plants will respond vigorously and produce healthy, sweet, and abundant fruit. The first essential care is watering. Strawberries like consistently moist soil, but not soggy. Watering should be done 2 to 4 times a week, depending on the temperature and sun exposure. On hotter days, it may be necessary to water every other day or even daily. especially if the strawberries are grown in pots, which dry out more quickly. As a reference, each plant needs approximately 0.5 to 0.8 gallons per week. The best time to water is early in the morning, avoiding wetting the leaves directly, which helps prevent fungal diseases. For those dedicated to understanding how to grow organic strawberries at home, a valuable secret is the use of mulch around the plants. Straw, dry leaves, or organic sawdust help retain soil moisture, protect the roots from sudden temperature changes, and prevent direct contact between the fruit and the soil, which greatly reduces the risk of rotting. Another key point is soil nutrition throughout the plant cycle. Even if you prepared a rich substrate at planting time, strawberries benefit from small complementary feedings. Use organic liquid fertilizers, such as compost tea, seaweed extract, or liquid humus, applying every 15 to 20 days during active growth and fruiting. This will give the plants the support they need to maintain health and productivity. Lastly, pay attention to the removal of dry, yellowing, or diseased leaves, which should be carefully removed to improve airflow and reduce the risk of pests. These small maintenance steps make a big difference in the quality of your crop. After all, mastering how to grow organic strawberries at home involves attention to detail and respecting the plant's natural rhythm. Protecting strawberry plants from pests and diseases is an essential step for those who want to succeed in how to grow organic strawberries at home. Because they are delicate plants, strawberries can be affected by a range of issues, especially when grown in humid or poorly ventilated environments. The good news is that with prevention and organic care, it's possible to keep the plants healthy without resorting to chemical products. Among the most common pests are aphids, mites, slugs, and snails. To combat them naturally, you can use garlic extract, neem oil, or neutral soap diluted in water. These natural insecticides are effective and safe for organic gardens, as long as they are applied in the late afternoon and on cloudy days to avoid sunburn on the plants. A very effective practice for those learning how to grow organic strawberries at home is the use of companion plants. Growing chives, basil, garlic, or calendula near your strawberries helps naturally repel pests and also attracts pollinating insects that benefit fruit production. When it comes to diseases, gray mold, botrytis, and powdery mildew are the most common fungi. The best way to prevent these diseases is to keep the plants well spaced, ensure good ventilation, and avoid wetting the leaves during watering. As a natural prevention method, you can use compost tea, horsetail extract, and especially Bordeaux mixture, a traditional blend of copper sulfate and hydrated lime, allowed in organic farming, which acts as an effective fungicide against mold. Its application should be preventive and moderate, always following instructions to avoid copper buildup in the soil. Keeping the plants healthy is an essential part of learning how to grow organic strawberries at home with responsibility and ecological awareness. Daily observation, quick action at the first sign of trouble, and the use of natural solutions strengthen the plants and ensure the harvest is safe, abundant, and contaminant-free. After 60 to 90 days of care and dedication, one of the most rewarding moments arrives for those practicing how to grow organic strawberries at home: the harvest. Identifying the right point of ripeness is essential to ensure sweet, juicy fruit with the best possible flavor. Strawberries should be harvested when they are completely red, with no white or green areas. The color should be intense and even, a sign that the fruit's natural sugar is at its peak. Besides color, another indication that the strawberry is ready is how easily it detaches from the stem. If it comes off with a gentle pull, it's at the ideal point. The best time for harvesting is early in the morning, when the temperature is still mild and the fruit is firmer and fresher. Picking strawberries at this time helps preserve their flavor, texture, and nutritional value, and also reduces the risk of heat damage. Never harvest right after watering or when the fruit is wet, as this can reduce shelf life and increase the risk of fungal growth during storage. But organic strawberry cultivation doesn't end with the harvest. On the contrary, this is where the cycle of continuity and renewal begins. For those looking to master how to grow organic strawberries at home sustainably and for many years, it's important to implement practices that keep the garden productive. One such practice is renewing garden beds every 2 to 3 years. This is because over time, strawberry plants lose their ability to produce vigorously. The ideal approach is to prepare a new bed or replace part of the potting mix in containers, keeping the soil fertile and healthy. This simple rotation helps prevent nutrient depletion and the buildup of pathogens in the soil. Another powerful strategy to keep the production cycle going is to make use of runners, creeping stems that strawberry plants naturally produce, which develop small seedlings at their tips. These runners can be guided to the soil or small pots, and once rooted, they become new plants ready for cultivation. This natural form of propagation is one of the most economical and effective ways to expand your planting and continue progressing in the practice of how to grow organic strawberries at home. Additionally, to ensure continuous production throughout the seasons, you can plan your growing with different strawberry varieties, some that fruit only in spring and others that produce year-round, the so-called day-neutral or everbearing. This allows for frequent harvests, even in small spaces, keeping the joy of picking organic strawberries going nearly all year long. With these care tips and strategies, your strawberry garden becomes a living, abundant cycle. How to grow organic strawberries at home ceases to be just a short-term project and becomes a lifestyle, flavorful, sustainable, and deeply connected to nature. Now that you know the 8 steps to grow your own organic strawberries at home, it's time to get your hands in the soil and live this transformation. Remember that common mistake we mentioned at the beginning? Many beginners overlook the importance of organic mulch. It's the key to sweeter, longer-lasting strawberries. The combination of choosing the right variety and using mulching provides organic moisture control in the soil while preventing the fruit from touching the ground and getting sick. This simple yet powerful technique enhances flavor and yield in ways few people know how to do. If this video inspired you, just imagine what else you can learn with us. Subscribe to the Bountiful Earth channel, hit the bell icon, and follow our weekly videos about organic farming, agroforestry, and sustainable cultivation. Because the earth is bountiful, and the harvest begins with knowledge. I'll leave in the first pinned comment a complete document with all the information you need if you want to know how to grow organic strawberries at home with great success and abundance. See you soon. Let's move towards a bountiful earth.